Coming up next, On the Spot. Football season's around the corner. It seems like everybody's lacing up the cleats. From the Bush brothers clashing on the field, to Rio Hayabusa improving his 40 time, to King Kong perfecting his pancake blocks, everybody's ready for some football. Even Alex wants to play against you in Madden NFL 06, and Rich and Ryan, well, they just want to play a lot of Burnout Revenge. Hey, 4 out of 5 ain't bad when you're live and on the spot. Hello, everyone, and welcome to On the Spot. I'm your host, Rich Gallup, back from vacation.
Welcome back, Rich. How was touring with Aerosmith?
Aerosmith still rips. They might be like 60 years old, but they can still they still know how to tear it up.
Good to have you back, sir.
Thanks for coming back. And yes, I did grow a beard for the occasion. I'm not.
You went all Tom Hanks. You're all Castaway style.
I was pretty much on the beach, all Castaway style. But it's good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
We have a great show for you today.
How great is our show today?
We have a great show for you. We have some big names on the show in terms of games.
Let's start it off.
We're going to have Greg coming by with Ninja Gaiden Black.
Awesome.
You and I are going to play the Crash mode in Burnout Revenge.
Ooh.
And we'll see if we can actually stop ourselves from playing the game. Unlike when we played We Love Katamari and we kind of went a little too long because we got sucked into the game. We're not going to do that today.
Says you.
Okay, maybe. Also, though, standing by right now, we have Alex Navarro. Alex, how are you doing? Hey, Alex.
All right, how you guys doing?
All right, what game you got over there, Alex?
I believe I got a little bit of the Madden NFL 06 over here.
I've heard about that game. Now,
Yeah, that's a football game.
Yeah, Ryan's going to be over there in a little bit to ask you about your review. But right now, I want you to play against some viewers. Mm-hmm. What do they have to do to play against you?
Well, I'm playing the Xbox version, first off.
So they need the Xbox version.
They need the Xbox Live to get on there. I have a room created, custom room called GameSpot. Nothing more to it than that. Just go to the room called GameSpot, and I will play you in a game of rushing attack. Because if I try to do a full game, like it would take the whole show, that's not going to be fun.
So we're just going to bang them out.
So we're going to bang them out. We're going to play some rushing attack games. It's a couple of minutes apiece. It'll be fun.
Unless you're that guy
Russian
that
attack?
you were playing before the show started, and he dropped on you because you were dominating so much. That was pretty good. All right, cool.
Excellent.
Speaking of Madden.
Let's
get the show rolling, shall we?
Excellent.
Recently, Jeb Bush, governor of Florida, brother of the president, he was down at EA Tiburon because EA Tiburon is in Florida.
That's correct.
And he gave a little speech about how he likes all the business that EA brings to the state of Florida and everything. And as their way of saying thank you for his thank you, they actually put him in the game.
That's right.
And they also put his brother in the game. They kind of clashed. There's Dolphins, Cowboys. Doesn't it sound interesting?
Let's see it.
Yeah, let's look at it right now.
4th and 10 for the Dolphins. 5 seconds left in the game. With the score, Cowboys 28, Dolphins 24. Bush into the lineup. Got a man open. Complete to Bush. One man left to beat. He might go all the way. Touchdown, Bush. Final score, Dolphins 30, Cowboys 28. He's got a man open. Complete to Bush. One man left to beat.
You're part of something that's even bigger than just making these world-class games. You're also part of an economic cluster that will generate jobs for applications in the military, for the entertainment industry, as well as for what you do. So I appreciate what you do a lot.
One man left to beat.
This is a keeper. Ever since my brother's been president, you know, this kind of thing never happens. I'm always at the brunt end. I'm the guy getting slammed or something like that. He always has the last word, but this, unless you guys change it and give him one that shows another outcome. This is a keeper. Thank you so much.
And we're back. That was a nice little video.
Yeah,
it was kind of bizarre.
It was.
I would say. I mean, but I think we've had our news guys look into it. No, you cannot play as either George W. or Jeb Bush in the game, unfortunately.
Till next year. Right?
Maybe. However, if you're a GameSpot Complete member right now, I want you to send in all the questions you have about Madden 06, because Ryan is standing by with Alex. We're going to go to him in a little bit, and we're going to ask the questions. Alex recently reviewed the game. Yeah, you want to know a little more about the game? Go send in the questions right now. GameSpot Complete members using the form below. If you don't see a form, you're not a GameSpot Complete member. But right now, Greg, you are here with a very exciting game that came out last year for the Xbox, but they've kind of updated it. What's going on with Ninja Gaiden Black?
Ninja Gaiden Black is kind of like the special edition of one of last year's best games overall, and easily one of the best Xbox games. It makes the game even harder in some ways, but it also adds a new kind of easier difficulty for people who couldn't handle the last game, which was kind of notoriously difficult according to some. Just throws in kind of everything but the kitchen sink, and seems like it's going to make a great game even better. So I'm here in kind of one of the new missions that, I'm not going to be able to talk much.
How about you play, and I'll say what I know about the game, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. All right, now, one of the great parts about Ninja Gaiden, of course, is that after the game came out, they released free content via Xbox Live. Hurricane Pack 1, Hurricane Pack 2. Both of these packs are in this game?
Yeah, all that content is in there, and stuff like the new cameras in the game, like the little gameplay tweaks they've done. But then there are things like this, which are these new missions, which make the game's very tough boss fights even tougher. And it's actually really cool, because there's some really incredible AI in this game. Just the quality of the fighting is pretty amazing. This game has no kind of multiplayer in it, but you might as well be fighting a real person who is a whole lot better than you are when you're doing stuff like this. So this is, fans of the first Ninja Gaiden know that this is just the very first boss of the game, and I've done no damage to him yet, even though I'm running around.
Now, part of this new mission mode in the game is that you can jump into now any boss fight, or you're going to have to unlock them as you go?
I think you're going to have to unlock them as you go.
Okay.
And there are a whole lot of these things, and they are just... That's one of the early ones right there.
Right.
They get very, very insane. I'm going to show you one that is very insane, as I said.
All right.
So
now, as a disclaimer, as we're doing this, Dylan Hammond here from Rock Hill, South Carolina, he wants to know, how do you guys always do so well in those videos? And that's because we have you playing the game, right?
He's complimenting me on my Ninja Gaiden.
He hasn't seen this, but
I appreciate that. I mean, I'm of course a big fighting game fan, so I think some of my reflexes translate, but I'm not, I got nowhere in the Hurricane packs really. I'm but a ninja dog. So in this one here, you're fighting two mirror images of yourself, and I just lost most of my health right there in one hit. It's a lot more fun than it sounds, I assure you. But these guys are amazing. These are new to Ninja Gaiden Black, and they're just they have all your moves. They have the ninja magic and all that stuff.
Now this is actually the outfit that you could unlock in the Hurricane.
Yeah, it is one of them. So these are just evil kind of mirror image versions, and they have they use the different weapons and stuff, which is pretty cool. That's one of the nice things about these missions. In Ninja Gaiden, you had all the different weapons, but you didn't really need them. It was a really cool gameplay feature, but
man,
you could get by just using your sword. But these missions often set you up with all the different weapons that are available. So they just put you in these kind of interesting tactical situations and see what you're capable of doing.
Now with the first game, I know some games don't let you do this. I think Ninja Gaiden did. After you beat the game and unlocked all the super powerful weapons, were you allowed to go back to the earlier missions and use those weapons again?
Yeah, I think it let you do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm sure it just presented you with that opportunity to do something new.
Yeah, so here's one that starts you off with the good old Orion Flail, and you just get to kill a bunch of ninjas for a while, lest they kill you. And
nice.
I mean, this game still looks fantastic, and it played. I mean, the gameplay was just really awesome in the first place, and they've kind of fine-tuned it just about to perfection here.
So is the regular version of the game still in it as well?
Yeah, it is. You
Okay.
they've kind of done some remix stuff to it. There's some speech where there was just text before, and you've got the multiple difficulties now, where you've got the new Master Ninja mode, where even from the very first level, it's totally obscene. But I assume someone somewhere is capable of actually surviving that.
Now tell us about the Ninja Dog mode, which sounds a little more my speed.
Yeah, the Ninja Dog mode, I believe, is what happens when you die enough, and they kind of unlock an easier difficulty
like
level
Devil May
for
Cry
you.
3
Yeah,
did.
yeah. But of course, insult you a little bit while you're at it. So make
Does it
make sure you
wear,
know
like,
your
a-
place in the Ninja caste system.
They make you wear like a purple wristband or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. I haven't. You see, I haven't unlocked Ninja Dog mode yet, so I'm not
That's good.
sure how it
That's-
works. See, I never die at this game.
All right, let's see here. Joshua Morin in Saskatchewan up in Canada. I've never played the past Ninja Gaiden games. Would you suggest this game to be a great starting point for him?
Yeah, I mean, totally. It's just whatever. The jury's still out. We haven't played through the whole thing yet, but if it's anywhere near as good as the first one, yeah, it's just a good chance for people to give the game a shot if they haven't already.
And it's cheaper too, right?
Yeah, it is going to be cheaper, and it's going to have basically every Ninja Gaiden game ever made in it, which is awesome because the original, last year's Xbox game, it didn't have the arcade original, which is the very first game to bear the Ninja Gaiden name. Here's another interesting mission. I'm fighting a giant control tower with these two Triceratops-looking things. Happened to me just last week.
Obviously,
something like
those
this.
guys are all over the place these days.
But yeah, the original Ninja Gaiden from 1987. That was like one of my favorite arcade games back when that came out. Before stuff like Final Fight but after Double Dragon, that was like one of the best like arcade beat 'em ups, and let's throw it on there actually.
Sure, let's.
I'm sure I'll die momentarily.
Now, after the show, if people want to see more Ninja Gaiden Black action, on the site right now we have 10 gameplay movies in full HD, and obviously there will be more on the way. There's a review
soon.
forthcoming for this game?
Yeah, the game's coming out in just a matter of weeks.
And you said every Ninja Gaiden game is in it, including like Ninja
Yeah,
Gaiden 2?
the previous ones were unlockable,
Right.
so I assume those are still in there. But you could get to the arcade game right from the main menu.
And while you do that, I'm going to share a little trivia fact. Back in the day when I was in college, my senior year,
There we go.
the film department did not let me make my senior thesis movie because they didn't think it was a good idea. Tell me if this sounds good to you. It was called Curse of the Ninja 2 as a sequel to my junior thesis film, which was called Curse of the Ninja. And the intro sequence was going to be a shot-for-shot remake from the intro of Ninja Gaiden 2.
Which we're looking at right here.
This is right here.
This was one of the great arcade intros of its time. Actually, this game has the best continue screen of all time.
What is it?
I'll die.
Is it better than that?
It can't be that much better than that because that's totally Ryu Hayabusa right in front of the Golden Gate Bridge,
Right.
sailing to our offices, no doubt. But yeah, this game is fun, and you could see where a lot of the inspiration for Ninja Gaiden came from, the current Ninja Gaiden, because you've got like the guillotine throw and all that stuff. And hey, man, destructible environments. Most games don't even have that now. So.
How hard is it to get to that continue screen? Because we're running short on time.
It's really hard for me, man.
All right, well,
'cause I
we'll take
can't
your word
die.
for it. People will have to
Yeah.
check out the game themselves. Maybe we'll get a gameplay movie. I'd like to thank you for coming by, Greg. Any
Thanks.
word on when the review is coming soon?
Right around the
Stay
time
tuned.
of release. It's coming out pretty soon, so.
Great. Well, thanks for
Not
coming
much
by,
longer.
Greg.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. And right now, I'm going to send it over to Ryan Davis, who's standing by with Alex. How's the Madden going, fellas?
Alex is dominating here. It looks like
I
Alex.
wouldn't say I'm dominating, but yeah, I'm playing a lot better than I did this first round.
All right, tell us a little bit about this mode. This is obviously not just a regular old football game.
No. It's sort of like it's one of the mini camp mini games where you're just sort of like it's like these training sequences, and this one it's a mixture of the chase and tackle and just the rushing thing. So you kind of go both sides. You try to tackle the dude, and then you also go back and then you try to rush in for as many touchdowns as possible.
It seems to be coming pretty fast. It seems like the pacing of this little mode is pretty quick.
Yeah, and I'm losing right now.
Come on. Cowboy up. Get your game on.
What happened to
here, man.
dominating?
Oh, see, there we go. There we go.
There it is. Go for it.
Here comes a consecutive TD
Beautiful.
bonus. That's what I needed.
Beautiful. All right, well, while you continue getting consecutive touchdowns, I'm going to throw a couple questions at you. Is that
All
cool?
right, that's
All right,
cool.
I've got one from Alexander Knight and Van Nuys. Which quarterback has the largest and widest vision in the game?
It's tough to say exactly because there are a few that are real high up there. I'd say Brett Favre is probably the highest, but also Tom Brady, Peyton Manning are both way up there. And for some reason, Trent Green's is real big from the Kansas City Chiefs, and that makes no sense at all.
You think that one's just someone on the team way into the Chiefs?
Big Chiefs fan, yeah, something along those lines. So,
All right, I got another one from Andrew Kalchuk from Drumheller, Alberta, Canada. I'd like to know if you have to pass it to players in the white cone or not.
well, if you have the cone turned on, it's generally helpful if you do. Yeah, because if you try and throw the ball like across the field to where like your vision is, then you will miss real bad and probably throw it to a defender accidentally. But you can turn the cone of vision off if you want, and in that case, you can just kind of hit the buttons like you used to in the old days.
Well, I've got a couple little treats here. We've had people calling in on our 800 number. People calling us.
Technology.
I know. Telephones. Can you imagine?
I never heard of such a thing.
So we have a question from one of our watchers here, Travis from Everett, Washington. He has a question. And Travis, go ahead.
In regards just to the new EA file locker on Madden, I'm just wondering if the file locker, if you're going to be able to upload from your Xbox to the file locker and download to your PSP. That way I can get Xbox Live on my Madden and play with all my buddies, but still be able to take my franchise with me on the road on my PSP.
Question about the file locker. Is there going to be cross-platform compatibility?
From the evil trucker. Yes. No. No, as far as I know, the file locker is exclusive to each platform. So if you put a file up on the PS2 version, only people who are using the PS2 version can get it, and likewise with the Xbox Live. There might be some kind of connectivity between the PS2 and the PSP, but because we haven't really seen that much of the PSP version, I can't say for certain right now. But hopefully, that would be nice.
So we don't even know if the PS2 version and the PSP version are going to have intercompatibility.
You would
on file
think.
locker.
You would think, but there's no guarantee of that right now.
All right, we have another caller.
Really?
Yes, we do. Bobby from Maryland. Bobby, go ahead.
Go, Bobby.
What's up, guys? One of the things that I'm still not 100% sure about is, will this new vision cone-based passing system control well? I mean, I've been watching some of the gameplay footage and video interviews, and it just seems like it would be kind of awkward to control. Is this the case, or will I be pleasantly surprised?
Oh, Bobby, you're a perceptive fellow. Yeah, no, it is. There are definitely there's some control wonkiness with the passing cone at this point. It's a little awkward just trying to like move the right stick around to like weave it back and forth to find different receivers, look them off, defenders. And like the whole thing is like if you want to just go to a specific receiver, you have to hold down the right trigger and then hit the button of the receiver, then like to target it, and then let go and then hit again to throw. So it's just kind of it's a little not so much fun there. This is the kind of thing that I think will be cool later down the road in future Madden games, but in this game it's a little crazy.
Still needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Yeah, needs some work.
So those are our calls for this week. If you want to give us a call, our 800 number right there on the screen, 877-506-8324. Call us if you're GameSpot Complete member. Leave your GameSpot Complete name and ask your question, and maybe you'll get on the air. Up next, we have a interview. Is that right? Yeah. Rich? We do. We had an interview with Michel Ancel, who's the creator of such awesome games as Rayman 2 and Beyond Good and Evil, and he's also currently working on King Kong, Peter Jackson's King Kong, no less. We got a chance to sit down with him, and here's a little bit of what he had to say in kind of a French-tinged English. Check it out.
I'm Michel Ancel, and I'm responsible for the art direction, and I'm game director on Peter Jackson's King Kong. Working on King Kong, it's a very incredible opportunity because I have just finished Beyond Good and Evil, and then Peter Jackson wanted to have a meeting with us, in fact, because he has seen a lot of different games in Ubisoft, and he really wanted to meet us. So I had a meeting with him in Los Angeles, January 2004, and I was very tense, you know, and but very quickly he told me that he played the game, he played Beyond Good and Evil, and he finished the game. He played Halo, he played a lot of games, in fact. While he was working on Lord of the Rings, he still had time to play. That's incredible. And so very quickly we talk about games more than the movie, in fact. You know. That's incredible because Peter Jackson, you know, he wanted something, an innovation. You know, he wants to play a new kind of game. He's been playing a lot of games, so he wants new stuff now. You know, he wants new kind of emotions. The movie is very special. You know, King Kong. It's a very special story. It's not a monster story. You know, it's not a monster movie. There is a theme. You know, it's about bestiality and humanity. You know, into this big ape. And he wanted the game to be special, not just to be violent and things like that, but to have a human touch. He gave us the main idea. You have to play both Kong, the big ape, powerful, agile and acrobatic, and Jack, the human. And at first we were like that, wow, strange idea. But they have the same goals, same enemies, you know. They need to survive on Skull Island. This island is terrific, you know. It's filled with predators and incredible beasts. And both Jack, the human, and King Kong, they've got to survive here. And they want to protect Anne. So there is this kind of very interesting mix and contrast between the characters, you know. We appreciate the artistic work they did on Lord of the Rings, you know. It's incredible. We visit the studios in New Zealand, Weta Studios, and we've seen a huge room filled with incredible artworks, sculptures. That's incredible. When you see all these things as an artist, as a creator, you're just, wow, I want to work in this world. I want to work with this kind of people. So it was very, I would say, direct, you know. Peter Jackson told us, no meetings, come with me in the creative room. And then you'll understand without, you know, many words and concepts and things like that. So it's still about creation. And the collaboration starts very early because they start shooting the movie. So we were working on the game while they were shooting. So that's really in parallel, you know. It's not us waiting for them all the time. And sometimes we were more in advance than they were in the movie because they start shooting the actors, and we had King Kong in 3D before them. So that's quite funny. You know, being King Kong, it's incredible. It allows you to unleash your fury, you know. But if you do that for hours, after a while, it doesn't have the same force. So you play Jack, the FPS view, survival action, for I would say 70%. 65-70% of the game, and 30% you are Kong.
And we're back. Oh, what's up?
I'm back here.
I gotta admit, I know you guys got to premiere some King Kong stuff while I was gone, and I was really jealous. So
that was a really awesome trailer.
I want more King Kong stuff in the show this week. We have another new trailer. We have that interview.
We have a ton of King Kong stuff.
Like King Kong does like this, and like what he's grabbing in this new movie are the jaws of a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
There's some really great lizard versus monkey action in these new gameplay movies that we have, in these new trailers.
The game looks cool.
The game looks extremely cool.
It's like, it mixes like, it's got like, it kind of looks like a bigger version of Prince of Persia almost, when you're like boom, boom, all right, swing.
Slightly slower,
swing.
but he looks nimble.
He looks nimble, and he fits his scale well.
Yeah.
And then you got the first person shooter stuff when you're playing as Adrian Brody.
Very cool looking game. We have a ton of stuff on the side about it. Go to the King Kong game space. We have hands-on impressions, interviews with Michel Ancel and Peter Jackson himself, talking about his involvement in the game. So just go check out our King Kong stuff. But first, you got a controller in your hands there, right? I've got an Xbox controller in my hand. We're gonna play some Burnout Revenge.
Do it.
It's done. We're gonna
play it.
We're gonna play
it.
We're gonna
what
play
are you gonna play?
Well, let me say it.
Do it.
We're gonna play the something.
Crash
mode.
Yeah, I did let you say it and you couldn't.
I'm trying to load the game also. All right. We're going to get to the crash mode. Now, they've kind of tweaked out the crash mode some since the last time we went and saw this.
I don't even have a crash mode.
There's a crash mode. Drain damage. So there are some pretty big differences between the crash mode in Burnout 3 Takedown and in Burnout Revenge.
Like what?
Well, there's this whole starting off this golf meter, as they like to call it over at Criterion, where... Here we're going to get a little sweep of the...
We'll get to watch the... I think you want to go up the left side there, it looks like.
I would agree. So we're going to go up the left side. I'm going to hit one of those buses.
You should try to hit a bus.
And Gibson guitars.
Sure.
Now, another thing they let you do, which I like, is they let you get into the race until you can change your car.
Right.
So why don't you see some other cars that you have here for us to choose from?
I've got this kind of messed up looking crash car. I got this, I don't know what that is.
I remember we talked to Alex Ward during the live show down at EA in Redwood City.
Uh-huh.
He told us that you could tell there are cars for crash mode and cars for racing. I'm going to guess that those two shiny ones are for racing.
Those are racing cars. That is probably
a crash mode car. You see these different forces here.
This truck.
Let's use the truck.
I'm going to use the truck because
All right.
that looks like premium crash car.
Yeah.
So I got to hit the A button twice. So I got to hit it in the green on this meter.
Uh-huh. And down there.
And so that I get a good start.
Nice.
Otherwise...
Oh, dude, hit that bus. Or you can hit a van.
I'm going to hit that van and I'm going to get that bus. I got that bus. Take that bus.
What I'm seeing right now is that the HUD right now is a lot different than what we've seen before. It's giving you it's adding up the money for you right now in the upper right-hand corner.
It's adding the money on the fly. The other thing I'm getting... my meter is filling up. What that means is once that hits 100%, then I can tab on the B button a whole bunch, and that's when I start my crash breaker. Oh, it's beautiful.
Man, look at all these cars.
I am exploding some cars.
And in the upper left hand, we see the number of cars you are wrecking.
And I'm about to wreck a whole bunch more. And so then I have a chance for my meter to fill up again, and then I can crash. Oh, I'm going to do it. It's going to happen.
And you did it again.
Oh, it's so good.
And they gave you another crash mode.
And so you can actually even extend like the time that you keep doing this if you can make your crash breakers count.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I got the silver now. Oh God, I've fallen off.
Oh, look, you're awesome.
I know that. I took down the target car. Time up.
You just had $14 million worth of damage, and I think that was only good for the silver medal.
That's how I do it. They've definitely, it seems like they've kind of kicked up the scope of it, the scale of
inflation.
The crashes.
Inflation has happened as well.
That's right. You want to give it a go?
Yeah, I do want to give it a go.
All right, it's on you, Rich.
My turn right now.
Let's pick another. Let's pick another.
Right. Let's look at this right now. Actually, let's explain right now the weird ranking. Or no, it's kind of a cool ranking system they got going right here. Like right now, it says you're awesome, so you got 4 stars there.
Awesome.
On the bottom, you have a new event unlocked, a new car unlocked. Now, the way this rating works is that you just earn, like your rank right now is offensive.
Right. That's my current rank.
Right.
And so I get...
You just got 4 more points towards your next rank.
So now I have 17 more stars to go to get to my next rank. When I get to the next rank, it unlocks a whole bunch of new events.
Exactly. So right now, we also unlocked a new car, which I'm hoping is a new crash car.
That'd be nice.
It would be nice. We'll see what it is in just a second.
So while it's loading up, I've got a question here from John, Milwaukee.
Wait. Let's look at this new car right here.
Okay.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we do that right now?
Hold the phone. You got this fancy-looking new SUV. Wreck that.
Okay.
I want you to mess that up bad.
I will.
That looks expensive.
All right. Actually, you know, I know the exact level I'm going to do. See, right now, as we were saying, you can unlock different ranks.
So those are the ranks that we were in
the
earlier.
ranks. 4 is offensive. I forget what 3 was, but it goes up to 10. But as you progress within these ranks, you unlock more events back in the earlier ranks.
So then you got to kind of travel back.
Exactly. So we're going to go back to number 1
You're
right
going to go back
here.
to the first one.
I think
Taking
where
it back.
I want to be is Motor City. Oh, no, I guess wrong. I think actually, no, I want to be in 2. No, it's in 3. It's definitely in 3. It's worth it.
Okay. No. You told me about
wrong.
this. If it is as good as you say.
It better be as good as I said it is. Here it is. All right. Streetcar Set on Fire.
They seem to still be deeply in love with bad play on words.
It's true. Now, what's strange about this game is, as we know, we've seen on some of the loading screens, is that it seems like a lot of people got in on the Burnout train, you know, on the Burnout bandwagon. Sponsors. It's bound to happen in today's day and age of advertising in games. So right now, you may have just seen it right there for a second. The car that I'm going to drive off this ramp right
off that
here.
ramp. Are you going to ever drive into that ramp and into that street
I'm going to
car?
try getting both ramps. I'll hit the street. Three ramps.
You can't hit 3
I'm
ramps.
not going to hit. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to hit 3 ramps. Now,
You're not going to hit 2 ramps.
You wanted me to wreck our new car.
But instead, what is this beautiful new vehicle we're going to wreck?
I'm going to wreck this wonderful... Oh, jeez. It's a Carl's Jr. mobile
truck.
diner.
Boy, I could sure go for a Whopper right about now.
I want an Arch Deluxe. A Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Actually, should I show what happens if you go into the red on the crash meter?
Once you show what happens.
Get it.
So if you don't hit this quite right, well, then you also start off slow.
Right.
It also
I'm gonna get it right.
Also, if you don't do it quite right, it'll affect your speed and like your aiming. Like you'll start veering off over to the side.
But if you, I'll just go. But if you get it completely wrong, I missed the first ramp.
You didn't hit any ramps.
Dude,
you hit 0 out of 3 ramps.
Listen, I got lights in my eyes. I got a wagon full of burgers.
I didn't have any problem
here.
hitting.
We haven't tried this one yet. You haven't even seen the Carl's Jr.
All right, well
Dragon
then it's on me now.
It is. All right, I'll let you do it. You might as well just restart right now.
I'm just going to restart. I will show.
But as I was trying
the
to say
people.
is that if you do completely poorly on the meter and get a little greedy and hit it at the very top, your engine blows out and you just explode right there. I was trying to show you the ultimate way to do horribly on a race like this, but
I don't know if you can hear it, but there's actually like a crowd now that's watching you race, and I think that when you do that really poorly, when you actually blow up your,
how are you supposed to hit 3 ramps?
Oh, I care not about hitting 3 ramps. I care about hitting that bus.
That's going to be so good.
And hit more cars.
This game is so good.
I have to say, we are a little bit excited about this game.
You went a little crazy off that one ramp. I have no idea how they expect you to be able to hit all 3.
Yeah, I was a little square. That's okay.
That's right.
I don't think I'm going to make anything big happen here.
You might as well just get out of this.
Oh, wait. Crash breaker's coming. There we go. Oh.
You are not good at tapping, by the way.
Oh. That one went down really fast.
You get different color fire based on how well you fill the meter. Blue is the best, I do believe.
I'm doing good. I'm getting back up in it.
You're doing great.
That's what it said.
Yeah, but I mean, if there's 89 cars you can wreck and we only got 26.
Yeah, I didn't quite.
Yeah.
And so, also worth mentioning is that the change in Burnout Revenge, where you can knock into, you can check this traffic that's going the same direction as you, that carries over into the crash mode.
Over. Yeah. Do we have any Burnout Revenge?
I've got one Burnout Revenge question. John, Milwaukee, Wisconsin wants to know, EB Games lists Burnout Revenge as a near launch title for the Xbox 360, but I haven't seen or heard anything on a 360 version. Will the game be released for that platform? There is no word whatsoever officially coming out of Criterion or EA about an Xbox 360 version of it. My understanding is that the Criterion team is hard at work right now finalizing the PS2 and Xbox versions of the game. Perhaps after those get done, we'll start hearing something about it. In the meantime, we got nothing for you.
Cool. But, we didn't do too well in that crash mode, but you know who is doing well right now? Alex, what's up?
Is Alex doing good?
Alex doing well,
winning.
yeah.
I was losing, and now I am winning.
I see 54-76 to 28-92. Oh, wait, you're not Brian Westbrook.
No, I'm not, but it doesn't matter because I think I'm still gonna win. Yep, there we go. Yep, I am winner.
You took him down.
I took him down.
Good work, dude.
That's what I do.
Nice job. Now, is it too late for anyone to find you online to play against you, or?
I don't think so.
Okay, so they just look for GameSpot and Xbox Live Tag, GameSpot, and we'll make Alex stick around, play a little more. He's the Patriots, obviously.
Come play him.
Don't be losing to no Eagles.
Breaking people's ankles, man.
Well, thanks, Alex. Keep up the good work.
No problem.
We just got some Burnout questions tonight.
Oh, hit me. Let's go.
All right. We got a question from India. Akash, I'll say his name is.
Fantastic.
Will the PSP version of Burnout Revenge also feature takedowns?
There is not a PSP version of Burnout
Exactly.
Revenge.
The game you're thinking about, Akash, is Burnout Legends.
Burnout Legends, which has nothing to do with Burnout Revenge.
No.
It is actually, my understanding is, it is sort of a compilation of the first 3 Burnout games. They've taken all of those. They've taken all the mechanics from Burnout 3 Takedown and taken a lot of the tracks from the first Burnout and Burnout 2 and mushed them all together, and now you have this one sort of greatest hits package that's coming for the PSP rather soon, I believe.
Very, very soon. Actually, do we know when any of these games comes out? Fall 2005?
I believe September for both of them.
I think it's September,
September
hopefully.
for both games. They're both coming out pretty close to each other.
Any David Morris from London, any idea what unlockable vehicles are in crash mode, fire engines, etc.?
Well,
I'm going to guess, from what we saw right there, that the cars kind of follow the same progression that they did in Burnout 3. So you had a little crash mode car, then you got the SUV, you had the truck.
It seems
you
like
get the burger wagon.
You get the burger wagon, which so they definitely seem to be going in the same direction. I hope, at least, that we get more than just that black fire car as being the best car in each class.
Yeah, I think it looks like they have some really cool cars.
I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
I think we're going to play this game all weekend, and maybe we'll tell you next week.
Yeah,
hopefully. All right, let's see. Are there any? There's a good question. In the crash mode in Burnout Takedown, there was all those bonus pickups in Burnout 3.
Yes.
This man Overheat in UK, the Overheat.
The.
Are there any new bonus pickups on Burnout Crash mode, like the 4X or whatever? It looks like there are none.
It looks like I didn't see any pickups.
See any.
Although you did get it 3 times. We were playing earlier.
That was the weird math they do, I think, to make the money go up. That wasn't an actual.
So we weren't actually seeing any icons on any of the crash modes.
But there are the target cars. We didn't really talk about.
We didn't really talk about the target cars, but it seems like there are cars. I only picked up on it slightly from when we were playing the crash mode. That there are specific cars that if you hit, you get a huge bonus for.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it gives you greater incentive to sort of hit these courses in a specific way. It was always like with the takedown mode that you could, or in the crash mode, you could always kind of, work your way through it however you wanted to and get enough points. But if you really want to do it right, there is a specific path.
Great. Well, enough about Burnout.
Yeah, we're done with Burnout.
We have it in store, and there will be more previews coming. There's a preview on the site written by Brian Eckberg right now about the crash mode.
I believe it's either up or it's coming up real soon.
Shortly. I'm sorry if I jumped
All about the
on
crash
that one,
mode. So if we have not explained it adequately, go to the Burnout Revenge game space, and either right now or very soon we will have a big old preview about it.
And we'll have more in the game in the days and weeks to come.
What else is happening right now?
Right now in Chicago.
Chi-Town.
We have the whole strike team
Windy
over in
City.
Chicago at Midway headquarters. They're having a press event, and they have a bunch of games there.
Games?
Right now on the site, you can find trailers and interviews just in video form. I'm sure there's previews as well.
There are some previews.
Screenshots of like 6 or 7 games, I think, Director Tim. Yeah.
Bunch of games.
A bunch of games. And right now, we got a nice little montage here, man. Tyler, who's on the scene, threw together from there, interneted over. Information Superhighway rode its way here.
That's amazing.
And now you can see part of it. Now you can watch, I'm sorry, some highlights right now. Check it out.
Again, the fate of our world is at hand. But this time, there will be no tournament.
My name is Sean Fenwick. I'm the producer for Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. At this Gamers Day, we're showing about 2.5 of the first 3 levels out of a total of about 10 of the game. We're going to give you one more boss battle. We're going to let people play us with the Katana Melina Jade boss battle where you can fight 3 bosses at once. And then we're going to also show the Wuxi Academy almost in full. And we're also going to show a lot of the Evil Monastery, which people haven't seen either of yet, really.
My name is Mike Bildner. I'm the executive producer of Blitz the League. It's almost complete. We're in just a bug fix mode right now. We will be showing off the various gameplay modes, our quick play, our online capabilities, our campaign mode, which is our big single player mode. You will be able to see, all the introductory NIS sequences for that mode and get a taste of what the story is in the game. Obviously, it takes multiple hours to complete it, so you won't see some of the later sequences. But this is, I think, what people are very excited about.
My name is Tom McClure, and I'm the director of marketing for Midway in the Chicago office. Well, Rampage Total Destruction is the latest in the series of Rampage games. It's a new take on our old classic favorite, arcade favorite. It's one where we're bringing the old characters back for a whole new round of destruction and fun, George, Lizzie, and Ralph. But we're also adding a bunch of new characters to the mix in the way of collectible monsters.
My name is Noah Heller, and I'm the producer for Suffering Ties the Bun. We're going to be showing you the final version of the game. It's in submission right now. We're going to be showing you a lot of gameplay, all 9 levels of the game and the different levels within. Some of the great Phos creatures, like the Horde, which is this giant worm creature. A lot more of the character Michael Clark Duncan plays, Blackmore, and all the different creatures in the game. There are 15 total enemies to fight, and we're going to show you all of them.
The Suffering Ties That Bind, coming fall 2005.
Now those are just part of all of the interviews that we have on the site right now.
Snippets.
Tiny classified ads. Tiny classified ads. No, there's obviously those are just the beginnings of several interviews. As our man Noah, who's on the show
That's
a couple
right.
weeks ago
With the Suffering Ties That Bind.
Blitz the League. I want to learn more about that game.
Well, you can. We're going to have a whole bunch of preview coverage of it. The event's happening right now in Chicago. We've got a whole squad of guys there. We already have a bunch of video content up. We have a story about the Rampage game, the new Rampage. Looks like Rampage. Awesome.
I'm a big fan of Rampage.
Big fan of Rampage. So you can find a ton of that stuff on the site, just all over the place, and it's just going to keep coming all through the day. So keep checking if you like the Midway stuff.
My brother and I, every time he came and visited me up at school, we'd play Rampage and in one sitting and beat the whole thing, and we had the same progression every year for 4 years, because it's 128 days to beat the game, 128 levels. And like for the first 20 or 30 levels, we were friends. And then for the next 30 to 40 levels, we just beat up each other and took a really long time. And then for the last 40 or so, we'd say, all right, we got to buckle down. If we want to get this done and actually get some sleep, we're going to beat all of Rampage right now. Let's work together. And then for the last 10 levels, we go back to beating each other.
That's really the best part of Rampage is beating the other monster until he's a little person and then eating the little person.
You want to know a secret?
What's that?
If you have the NES version of Rampage and you don't know this, I'm going to tell you right now. My brother definitely does not know this, so hopefully he's not watching. When the two of you are coming at each other and fighting and punching at each other, the person on the left side of the screen always wins.
Really?
Yeah, he never figured that out. Person on the left side of the screen always wins. He never figured out why I let him hit me off the right side of the screen so you show up on the left. That's because when you're on the left,
tips and tricks.
Now you know.
From Rich Gallo.
Let's get some questions here.
I've got a question for you, Rich, from
it.
Bill Burnett in Indianapolis, Indiana.
Yeah.
At some point, are you going to shave Rich today? He's looking a little shaggy after his vacation.
I just really had to prove that I could grow a beard because there's the Beard Race 2003, I think,
That's
that
right.
I wasn't a part of, and this is just only like a few days growth, so...
That's not bad. That's not even the whole vacation. You shaved during the vacation.
I had a bigger beard than this during vacation, but my family made me get rid of it, so I look clean when I was hanging out with the rest of our family.
But we can expect you
now that I'm
clean-shaven.
3,000 miles away, but yeah.
What are you going to do?
Exactly. I'll shave this weekend, definitely. It's getting way too itchy. More questions, Ryan. Hit me.
I've got nothing else, sir.
You have nothing else?
I've got nothing
That was
else.
your only question. I have a question for Alex. Alex, how you doing over there, buddy?
Oh, I'm all right. What do you got?
Are you still playing? What's your record so far, by the way?
Not good.
No?
Not so good. I don't know. Yeah, I keep losing connections. It's actually kind of crazy.
Really? So I have a couple questions. One, can you turn off quarterback vision? And two, online, are you seeing a lot of people use it or not use it? What's the word?
Online, I've only seen people using it, so that's the thing. As far as can you turn it off? I think I already answered that. Yeah, you totally turn that off.
All right, I got a question from Anthony Jolly from Laurel somewhere.
Yep. Show Me State.
The Show Me State, yes. For years, Madden seems to have neglected doing anything much with the tackle animations. Is this year's version any different?
Nah. They didn't really add anything tackle-wise. They added a thing where, if you hit a dude real hard, his helmet will pop off.
That's cool.
But that happens, way too much. It just kind of happens, every, 10th play or something. Dude's helmet will just come flying off. It's a little crazy. But hey, his helmet flies off, so that's
cool. And then you can that can tide you over for a few months until Blitz League comes out, where you can take your helmet off and hit people with it.
That sounds like my
It's
kind
just
of
a
football.
natural progression. Yeah. Get your Madden in now, Blitz later. I have some questions. Here's a question. What's going on with us in G4 right now, Ryan Davis?
We've got a deal with G4. We actually went down, myself and a whole team of GameSpotters went down to the G4 studios in scenic Santa Monica, California.
Nice.
Where we were able to film, co-produce with the G4 people 4 episodes of Cinematech, one of their existing shows, and they're going to air 2 weeks from now.
It's true. I was actually, and I can tell you these episodes are going to be really good. I got to help add the creative side of it. I didn't get to go down for the shoot because I went to the beach instead.
Right.
But it sounds like you guys had a lot of fun, and they're coming up in just a couple weeks, right?
That's right.
Can you tell us what the episodes are? Or just the names of them before
I
it's
could,
not to reveal?
but that would just ruin all the fun.
They're on the site
You
right
go
now.
to the site and check it out. I do want to say it's going to be very cool. They're putting the episodes. We did all the filming last week. They're putting everything together right now. So I'm actually super excited just to see the finished product because it is so different between. There's going from being on the paper with the script to actually doing it in the studio, and then from there, there's even the post-production because we had a lot of special effects, a lot of movie magic. In these episodes.
I've seen a pretty nice shot of you with a big black eye. Was that special effects? Did you follow?
I declined to comment on that one.
All right, Daniel Perez from Brazil is echoing a question that we're seeing a lot on the forum since we've announced that we're doing these shows with G4. I don't have G4. After these programs air, will there be any way to download
My
them?
understanding is that part of the deal is yes, we will be able to.
My understanding is that we are still working on that.
Okay.
Hopefully. But right now, I don't know if they get G4 in Brazil, but Daniel, maybe fly to the States. You have some friends here. If you at home don't have G4, either get it or find a friend that does.
Contact your local cable or satellite provider.
Or go to your neighbor, find the kid at school who has G4, I'll pile over there. You guys can have back-to-back nights of watching GameSpot on G4. It's a good time.
Excellent.
Do it. Do it.
Please.
Do it.
It's going to be fun.
Do it. It will be fun. And more information will be released about those episodes, I think, starting tomorrow.
You can find what there is to know already on the site. Just go and find it. It's there on the front page.
The other thing I want to mention right now is that we just had our 4th edition of GameSpot's first podcast.
That's right.
You know can you explain to people what a podcast is?
A spotcast?
You love podcasting. Tell us what a podcast
I'm
is.
such a big fan of podcasting.
Yeah, you are.
Podcasting is basically where a bunch of people come in and they chat up about whatever the topic of the week is, at least in our case, for our podcast. And it's just a group of game spotters who hang out and discuss what's going on in the world. And then you can have it automatically subscribed to your iPod and download it. Although you don't even need an iPod.
You don't need an iPod
because it's just an MP3.
It's just basically an MP3 file which you can download, listen to every week. It's about 15 to 20 minutes. We just had our 4th one, which should be up on the site now. If not, it's going to be a little bit later.
On the hotspot.
On the hotspot.
GameSpot, look for the feature story Hotspot. It's on. You can look on the feature hub on the main page, or look for it. Go to the special features section of GameSpot. Look for the Hotspot. Download it. It's a lot of fun. We have a full radio station here, and a bunch of us were involved in radio in previous lives, and we have a lot of fun with it. So check it out. Let us know what you think, and maybe we'll do more of them. Maybe. Who knows?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so.
Let's go away some stuff.
Prizes.
Prizes.
We have stuff. I'll hold on to this.
Stuff.
So
we have these Atari backpacks.
These Atari backpacks.
Explain the Atari backpack.
They're backpacks from Atari.
All right.
They're insulated, is my understanding.
There was another press event earlier that actually some people just got back from, our man Jim included.
That's
and
right.
He brought these with them. We can't tell you about what we saw yet. I think that's under embargo still.
Soon.
We'll tell you about it very soon.
Very soon you'll get
However,
to know about
you can get these backpacks that are like completely like refrigeratable. Like you could put liquid and ice in there, and
You could put some delicious cold beverages.
You could take
perhaps
them to the beach.
Perhaps a cola beverage of some
So
kind.
we're gonna give away 3 of these.
We have 3 of these.
3 of these.
Trace.
I'm gonna give you first 3 GameSpot Complete members using the form below us right now. Give us their full name, full mailing address.
Full name,
full
mailing address.
And since it's an Atari bag, I want 2 of the celebrity voice talents found in Mark Echo's Getting Up Contents Under Pressure.
That's a good question.
Full name, full mailing address. The answer to that, and you won yourself an Atari like insulated backpack.
It's got the Atari logo on it.
It
That's
does.
Great.
Now, what are all these, Ryan Davis?
We've got these. I don't even know on these. I can just show these. I got
Okay,
these
you
right
show them.
here. I'm wearing them. We have some Burnout 3 takedown.
We have 10 Burnout 3
10.
takedown.
10. So
sets
many
of wristbands.
Wristbands.
If you want to win them, Ryan Davis, give us a Burnout question. Oh,
Okay, Burnout question.
Burnout takedown.
A Burnout 3 takedown question, not a Burnout Revenge question. Burnout 3 takedown.
Because they're Burnout 3 takedown.
If you're GameSpot Complete member, put your full name, full mailing address in the form below, and tell me what is our favorite gameplay mode in Burnout 3 takedown.
Now, you mean you and me?
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Ours.
talked about it before. We decided we know it. We still play it online.
Yeah. So figure out what our favorite is, and
first 10. GameSpot Complete members, full name, full mailing address.
Cool wristbands.
And if you don't get it, we're keeping them. We're gonna wear them.
I'll put them. I'll just stack them up my arm like swatches.
That was a great show, Ryan Davis.
We had a great show.
Alex, thanks for coming by, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
We appreciate it. How you doing right now?
I won.
You just won?
I just won.
Do we have proof or?
I lead the series 2-0. I won the last 2. So
all right, good. All right, nice work, Alex. I'd like to thank Greg for coming by. I'd like to thank Michelle Ansel sitting down for the King Kong interview, EA for hooking us up with Burnout Revenge show, and of course all the fine people at Midway who are hosting our team out there right now. All this information streaming. Check it out. Check out the Hotspot. Stay tuned to G4 for us on Cinematech. Am I missing anything?
No.
All right, then we'll see you next week right here on the spot. I missed.